Welcome back, Fantasy Premier League managers. It is game week 3, and we've already seen some explosive performances and surprising disappointments. And if you're looking to make those crucial transfers and want to know which players are hot and which players are not, stick around because we've got you covered. We've got you covered. Okay, welcome again. This is Grand Football TV and it's yours truly, Mr. Chips. We are going to be looking at the FPL this week as we normally do. Let's kick things off with the talk of the town. Noni Madueke of Chelsea is coming off a sensational hat-trick performance, and managers are scrambling. They are scrambling to get him into their teams. Are you wanting Noni in your team? Or you think, nah, he's not ready yet. Nah. And he's just 6.5 million. So that's a good bargain if you ask me. And it looks like an absolute steal getting Madueke if you're trying to get him now. Yeah? Especially if you look at Chelsea's fixtures, he might, pop in with a few more goals here and there, come the coming weeks ahead. I know there's an international break in between, but, he will probably, obviously, be amongst the players who would play most of the games and probably get you goals. Yeah. So, but what do you think? Do you think he is worth all the hype? Or do you think he is a one-hit wonder? Remember, this is his first time scoring a hat-trick. He's never scored a hat-trick in his entire career. So, is it going to happen again where he's going to be banging in goals? Or this is just a one-off? Let us know in the comment section what you think. Well, if Madueke isn't on your radar, maybe it's time he should be. Maybe it's time he should be, And another player attracting attention is Emil Smith-Rowe of Fulham. Last week he scored a goal for his team, his first goal for his new club, and he had a good game. And, if you're looking for that the midfielder, for that differential, if you're looking for that kind of midfielder, say maybe a cheap one, to add to your midfield, he could be a good option. Those who had him last week, I'm sure they were smiling, especially if they had the likes of him, Salah and Haaland in their team, and they triple capped him. They probably were high up there. Yeah. So he could be the key to unlocking your mini league. It could be the key to unlocking your mini league where he is scoring points for you and all that. Yeah. It's up to you. So, but it's about who is coming in. It's about who is coming in. And it's not just about who is coming in as well, actually. It's about who isn't going to make your team, who you're thinking of, oh, I need to get rid of this player. And as at the time of this recording, a lot of players, a lot of managers have been taking out Alexander Isak from their team. They're taking him out. They've had enough. 2 weeks is enough. He hasn't scored. I mean, he gave an assist in the first game, but nothing's happening after that. So I've had enough. I feel the same. I feel their pain because he's in my team as well. Yeah. Or Dominic Solanke. A lot of players are taking him out of their team as well. And those who probably gambled with maybe the likes of Gabriel Jesus and the rest of them are thinking, nah, I've had enough. He's injured. He's probably not going to feature a lot this season or in the first 10 games at least. So I'll take him off, And with a string of tough fixtures coming up, it seems everyone's fate is dwindling, But could this be a mistake? Could this be a mistake? Because a lot of managers were seeing their jumping ship. Could it be a mistake? Or do you just want to wait? Because remember, FPL is a marathon. It is a marathon, not a sprint, guys. It is a marathon, not a sprint. There's still 36, well, after this weekend, there will be 35 games still to play. So there's still a lot to play for. There's still a lot to play for. Okay, let's talk about those price changes. As at the time of recording, we've got some movers and shakers in the thing right now. So some players have moved up, some players have moved down based on their value. Yeah, so if you look at the likes of Morgan Rogers of Aston Villa, oh, he was electric against Arsenal. Remember that game? In fact, he should have been man of the match because of the way he was playing, but obviously he was on the losing side. Yeah, so Morgan Rogers, sorry, his price has gone up to 5.1 million. And if you're looking for a budget enabler, he could be your guy. He could be your guy. Meanwhile, the likes of Mo Salah, he has gone up as well. He is now 12.6 million. 12.6 million. That's a huge one. You know, is it worth the premium, or is it time to cash in on Mo Salah, guys? What do you think? Because he's the premium midfielder. You know, it doesn't get cheaper and more expensive than that. So what's your thoughts? Do you want to keep him, or do you want to take him out of your team? But taking Salah out is always costly, because you know he will deliver over the course of a season unless he's injured. The only time you shouldn't have Salah in your team, in my opinion, is if he's injured, because he will always turn up in the game. He's either scoring or giving an assist. FPL managers know this, so they're not even listening to me right now. You know, his form has been solid for the first 2 games. He scored in both games and he's given an assist. Yeah, so there's nothing to worry about right now, but everyone will probably be looking at that hefty price tag, because that money you could actually use the money of Salah to buy 2 players. You could use Salah's money to nearly buy Madueke and Smith Rowe, maybe. You know, that's how it is. But on the flip side, we have some notable fallers this week. Some notable fallers in their value. The likes of Gabriel Jesus, who has dropped to 6.8 million. Darwin Núñez as well has dropped to 7.3 million. Kudus of West Ham has also fallen to 6.4 million. So if you held on to any of these players, now might be the time to reconsider. Are you reconsidering? Do I still leave them in? Give them one more week to see how they do? I'm sure the ones who've got the likes of Gabriel Jesus say, nah, he's out. He's out. He's out. So I can get some better players in. And there's some defenders as well who have been affected. I'm just going to pick a few. John Stones and João Cancelo. What's happening to Cancelo, man? What's happening to him? Yeah, they've both seen their prices drop as well to 5.4 million and 5.3 million respectively. Is this a buying opportunity? Some might say it is time to buy them, or a sign of things to come. They might continually drop. So you never know with that one. You know, so you probably be thinking twice before you pull the trigger on that one. So what's the strategy for Game Week 3, guys? What do you think should be your strategy for Game Week 3? Here's what you need to consider. Here's what you need to consider. First, look at the rising stars like Madueke, Smith Rowe. Look at them. Look at them. See if they fit into your team. Maybe it's time to bring them in. Yeah. And second, don't be quick. Don't be too quick to dump the big names. Yeah, don't be too quick to dump the big names like Isak, who hasn't been performing. Don't be too quick to dump him. It might just be this week he'll probably get a hat-trick and he'll be like, oh, and I just took him out of my team. I'm talking from experience, guys, because it's happened to me loads of times where I take out a player who's supposed to be like a big name, who should be scoring goals, but maybe they've had 2 bad weeks. Then the week you take them out, they score a hat-trick, or they score a brace, or they get the bonus points or something, and it just changes everything. Then number 3, monitor those price changes closely. These price changes, they come in every day, they come in every day, so you need to monitor these price changes and see where your players are. Have they gone up or have they come down? Because sometimes you might find a bargain when a player prices come down and you go, I take him now that his prices come down, before they start performing. Especially now we're still in the early stages of the season, because most times they could make or break your budget for the weeks to come. And I'll give you a sneaky tip. Keep an eye out for those players flying under the radar. There's some players who are flying under the radar. Sometimes the biggest differential is the one nobody's talking about. That's true. That's always what happens. The biggest differential will be one player who just comes out of nowhere. Maybe this week they decide to score a hat-trick. No one's actually looked at them. So we're talking about Isak now. Probably a lot of people would not look at Isak to bring him into their team if they didn't have him before. They think, nah, he hasn't done well in the first 2 games. So watch out for these players flying under the radar, because they might just change the luck of your team, the luck of your league, So that's it for now, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so that you never miss out on the latest tips and tricks to dominate your fantasy league, guys. Game week 3 is here, and it's time to make your move. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Don't check this.